Hello everyone, I'm Lauren Harding.
And I'm Jenny Baker.
And thank you for listening to our presentation about Cuba. Cuba is a small country approximately the size of Pennsylvania, located 90 miles off the coast of Florida. It's communist and the capital is Havana. Cuba is a particularly daunting country to research because of its current political climate with the United States.
It is extremely tough for United States citizens to do business in Cuba. There is an embargo between the United States and Cuba prohibiting transactions between the two countries. However, if your company is able to get past the red tape, poor telecommunications, shortage of hard currency, and labor restrictions, here is a few things to consider.
The first topic we're going to be diving into is the currency exchange in Cuba. There are two types of currency in Cuba: the peso convertible, also called the CUC, and the peso cubano, the CUP. The main difference between the CUC and the CUP is who uses it. The CUC is used by tourists and the CUP is used by Cubans at places like ration stores. US dollars are not generally accepted, but when they are charged a 10% commission exchange rate. Although Spanish is the official language in Cuba, Cuban Spanish contains some variations. Even native Spanish speakers might get lost in translation at times. Some common phrases are hello, hola, please, por favor, money, dinero, goodbye, adios, thank you, gracias, I have to work, tengo que trabajar.
The next thing that we're going to discuss today is entertainment in Cuba. Cuba has two state-run television stations that are on the air for only about 6 to 12 hours per day. There is little, if any, internet service. Because of this, young people spend most of their time outdoors playing sports, especially baseball. Older Cubans enjoy playing dominoes and chess. They chat with their neighbors and they walk along the waterfront.
The next topic we're going to be taking a look into is business customs regarding gender roles. Generosity and hospitality are greatly encouraged in the culture of Cuba. It is general practice that you greet a man with a firm handshake and a woman with a kiss on the cheek. It is standard in Cuba to greet someone physically with no sexual connotation attached. Cubans have a closer personal range when engaging in conversation.
The next subject that we're going to discuss today is that of Cuban food. Traditional Cuban foods are rich in both Spanish and African influences. Black beans, prepared many different ways, are a Cuban specialty. Cubans still live off a 50-year-old food ration system controlled by their government. They bring their state-provided ration books to the grocery stores called bodegas. These Loretta ration books entitle citizens to a very basic ration of foods such as rice, beans, sugar, cooking oil, and coffee. If available, they may receive chicken and eggs. This ration lasts them for about 10 days. Milk is given to children under the age of 7. About 80% of the food in Cuba is imported. A history of Spanish, African, and South American immigration has created a one-of-a-kind island cuisine called Cuban Criollo. Due to years of government-enforced rationing, Cubans find some foods, such as meat, in limited supply. This fact, combined with unreliable imports, has also had a strong influence on the diet of the region. More readily available ingredients, such as root vegetables, plantains, rice, and beans, have become a part of nearly every Cuban's meal. Although it can be difficult for United States citizens to conduct business in Cuba, it is still important to take a look into business practices in that country. We hope you have enjoyed our presentation. Thank you so much for listening.